Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online, Shadowbringers. In the previous video that I posted in this particular series, I had stated that the plan was going to be to basically take a break on this game until just before the next expansion releases, and then spend a lot of time catching up on all of the story extensions, and proceed then straight on into the new expansion. However, in the intervening time, I have changed my mind. At least, for the moment. The 5.3 patch has released with the new extension of the main storyline, and apparently this is like one of their largest story extensions, or at least that's what they say it is, to date. This represents the conclusion of the Shadowbringers storyline, which has probably been one of my favorite storylines in the entire game so far. So what I've decided that is we're gonna work on 5.3 here, because I have some time to do some extra recordings while I wait for a few other projects to become ready to go, because they got a little bit of openings in the schedule here, so I have the ability to kind of shuffle a few things around. So we're going to work on this, get through 5.3, and then after we finish the main story here in 5.3, then we'll go ahead and take a break and hold off until the next expansion is getting ready to come out, and then proceed in, because all the story extensions proceeding from here on should be kind of build up and lead into the next expansion, so it would make sense that we would then kind of, you know, do the build up and lead in, and then start the next expansion when it's ready. So that's kind of my thinking here. Alright, but a few things to mention before we get started. Is that I have not been idle with this particular character in the last couple of weeks or so. Probably been a month, actually. I have been working on a couple of other jobs. One is Machinist. I've gotten the Machinist up to level 63 so far. So, there we are. And I've also been working on Scholar, which I've managed to get up to level 71. So, that's a healer. So my plan is that for the next expansion, we're going to have, you know, Warrior to 80, Samurai to 80, Machinist to 80, Dark Knight to 80, and Scholar to 80, so that I will have, well, 2 tanks, a melee DPS, a ranged DPS, and a healer available, depending on whatever role I would want to work with. Not sure what particular job I'm going to focus on in the next expansion. It might be Machinist, because I haven't done anything with Machinist so far in this series. So, we'll see how it goes. But for now, we'll stick with Dark Knight because, you know, it's geared and leveled, so that is where we are going to go. Alright, so the next main story quest is going to be in the Crystarium. So we will head on over there and get on started. Alright, so where was it? It was down over here by the pendants. So we'll go ahead and head on over to the pendants. Oh, and it's going to be this way. You talk to the manager of suites. Alright, the manager of suites is looking a little anxious. Ah, Mistress Chatsurugi, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care if so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after herself. Old habits, you understand? Ah, Ayame, how very opportune. What's up? Ah, greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is, in the case of Ardbert. You, too, were surprised to see him, I think. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me, and then the stars rained down from the sky and, well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Ayame, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. Oh, right. A little noise there. Something going on in the background. Yes, because Elidibus is currently inhabiting the reanimated corpse of Ardbert and doing who knows what. Still don't know quite what he is after specifically. Just that it's probably not good. Alright, what can you tell me about the Warriors of Light? I beg your pardon? You wish to ask me about the Warriors of Light? Forgive me, but I dare say you already know more about them than any living soul, save for Ardbert himself, of course. Unless you refer to the Warriors of Light more broadly. If so, I may yet be able to assist you in some small way. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, miss. I bid you a pleasant day. Alright, so I guess we're speaking with Morin over the Cabinet of Curiosity. No. I don't remember if I mentioned, but I have not done any of these quests yet, so I am flying blind for this particular run. So, Cabinet of Curiosity. Alright, Morin. Ah, yummy. Excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Ah, Alphino, Alice, and Reen. Alright, the Warriors of Light, you say. Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge of familiars, and Alphino volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Of course, of course. The more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. Alright, were one to pore over the annals of Vrandic history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before then. To name but a few, there was Tolthwyl, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodfert and Solard, the fabled Drawn and Galgent duo of Verbert. And no list of Vrandic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how readily people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the Flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear, the title used not to exalt but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Hydaelyn's voice. As he styles him, so too does he style himself, a Warrior of Light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who are not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. Let's see. Hydaelyn did call me a warrior of light. She did. I've never heard her voice myself, but I can feel her presence, perhaps through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all this is true, and there's a common thread behind the epithet, I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Hydaelyn, with good, must have added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Oh. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? A little girl's voice. Ugh. Riki Tio, are you alright? My precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You two, Arkil, Airwell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you? The Warrior of Darkness? My name is Riki Tio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero, to be a Warrior of Light. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, let's see what she has to say. So I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. Oh, that's commendable. I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrant. When I told Arkil and Airwell this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. This place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young, but... whoa. Some guy just popped into existence there. Esteemed Warrior of Darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Riki Tio to Spagirix, or Spagirix, rather than through tomes. I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Chirurgeons at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. Alright. Last one there is a rotten egg. I have you know I'm really fast. You're going to be the rotten egg. Especially if you give them a head start. Alright. So head on over there, which I think the closest shard is going to be the Dorsal Gate. Alright, well, there they all are. So I guess I am the rotten egg. Alright, Just a meal? Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right, I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, it's a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toiled tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Chirurgeons may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed an order at Sweet Sieve for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go collect it. Ooh, an ingredient. Leave it to me, miss. Why, such an abundance of energy, though I can't help but wonder if she'll be all right by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at the Sweet Sieve, speak with a woman named Gracine, and she will point you in the right direction. Very well. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course to Riki Tio, I would assist her in her first steps. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become Warriors of Light, just not the same as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, Warrior of Darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. Alright, in that case, Reen and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. Alright then. Okay, so we need to speak with Gracine, which is in Sweet Sieve, which is over there. Okay. I'll just hoof it. I think that's going to be the easiest way to get there. I'm not sure I've even been over here, this part of the town. Apparently it is the gardens. They appear to be growing, well, pumpkins and fruit trees, and it would appear some grapevines as well. Excellent. Alright, so what are we here for? If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness herself, may I assume you are with Master Alphino? Right, lest you wonder, Chesameel's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits of the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Alright then. Let's go ahead and gather some grapes then. Alright, well, let's give them the Riki here. Oh, so you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Alright, well, here you go. Wow, you've picked this many already? Amazing. I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesamil? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and a warrior of light? Why, well, a while ago I felt sick, really sick. My body was burning up and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I had ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave, the apothecary I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous, and I decided to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends, but I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I should do. Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world, helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Thaler? I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Thaler, one of the guards awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Riki Tio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesamil. Alright, well, there she goes. It would seem I have been laboring under a misapprehension. I convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. He's still up to something, though. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Norvrent has become as a home to us, and her people are our own. Let's return to Spagirix. It wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. Alright. Let's head on back. There really isn't... I mean, I guess... Well, no. Because there aren't any, like, good Ethernet shards to use here. So, we'll just have to... walk. Alright. Chesamil. Did you get the grapes? I don't see Riki here. Oh, no, there she is. But thanks for your kind help, sweetie. Now we have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes, we shall make a vinegar to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Rikitio a little taste. Alright, so, Earwell here. You wanted to learn how to fight, right? Warrior of Darkness, have you finished helping Riki? Won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting? We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The guards say they become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But I shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Jessamine kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone follow me. Alice, just a... come on then, children. Alright. Let's meet with Alice at the gate. Which I'll go ahead and use the Aethernet to head out to Tessellation. Should put us pretty close. Oh, yeah, right there. Alright, everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood. And originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of the night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chessamiel's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves, but you are like to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me, as proof of a successful kill. I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Ayame. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too and will keep you safe. Without further ado then, let the contest begin. Alright then. Use heat lures to draw out vampire bats and slay them for their fangs. And we got all kinds of different places to go. She did say near buildings, right? So let's take a look. We got one potential spot over here. Not really near any buildings. But here might work. There we are. Let's try this one. There we are. Yep, piece of cake. Alright, there we are. Let's see. Let's head up here by Fort Job. There we are. Alright, 3 of them. Alright, well, I mean, these fights are good for knocking off a little rust. It's been a little bit since I've actually played Dark Knight on this character. I've been working on everything else. Alright, so now where to? Well, there should be a bunch of buildings down south there in Sullen, so we'll head down there and see what we get. Alright, here we are. Ah, 3 of them. Alright, there we go. Done, and when we head back to the gate, turn in the fangs. And there's Reen. Now let's see how we did. Well fought, Ayame. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally. May I see your fangs for good measure? Apologies for the wait. My fangs. Not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Five, 6, 7. 7 fangs from Alice. Which means that victory goes to Ayame, who collected 8. Bah, seems you found the better spots for the lures. I would be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, but you're still within reach. I'll get the better of you next time. So children, you've seen how the warrior of now you've seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? She's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Ayame, and train hard. Keep at it for long enough, and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to Crystarium. The Sea Eaters killed my father and my sister, see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkil? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know that I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Alright, thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Arkil feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelin's voice. But that vision of the final days, of Amarant burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made, it felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind, but when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured, and have no intention of donning an Asian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Oh, what's up? It's nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. As you ponder Alice's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Alright then. Well, I think that's probably good for our first episode back for this particular stretch. So go ahead and stop here for today. And then we'll pick this up for the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.